Stop acting like the church has had your back. Start questioning some things. Pastor, David and Goliath, can you tell me the origin other than he was a Philistine?
There's more to the story.
You do say he's a Philistine, then tell me what's the history behind them. Hey, Pastor, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, Deuteronomy, Book of Joshua, and Genesis all mention these giants. It'll say stuff like the Zimazums, the descendants of the giants in the past, the Akamazums, remnants of the giants in the past. Pastor, clearly, the King James had been talking about giants this entire time. They took out a book called the Book of Enoch that talks about the giants from start to finish. Help me understand, why did they do that?
There's more to the story. Touch your neighbor for the third of 17 times and tell them you don't even know. You don't know the half of it.
Oh, but wait, Pastor. Also, 2 Samuel and 1 Samuel, right? Wasn't that like Joshua and David and all them?
It got me thinking, Joshua, when I left you last week, you were on carbohydrate overload, and Joshua had taken the people back to Shechem, the place where God made Abraham the promise, and now the promise has been proven. He's saying, don't forget. Now that you've been successful, don't forget. It would be easy now to settle, but don't stop here. Can't stop here. There's more that God...
Cherry picking. In that sermon, when you were talking, watch this is going to land. Pastor, when you were talking about Joshua, how come you didn't say they were giants? Because I'm seeing that they were giants, Pastor. How come you didn't say they were giants, Pastor?
When you preach, you always feel a little bit frustrated no matter how much you feel like the sermon went well, because there's a lot that you would want to say that you didn't get to say. And in the case of last week, I should probably tell you something, and that is Joshua's motivational speech was not successful. And we kind of ended on a high note last week, but to really get the full context of what Joshua was saying to the people, you would have to go all the way to the book of Judges.
Cherry picking. You told us all this inspirational stuff, but you left out some stuff, Pastor. You gave some half-truths. Pastor. Put these pastors on blast. They're misleading you. I don't care how good you think they are. I don't care how long you've been going to the church. If any of this is adding up, that means you're sitting in the wrong seats. They're completely making you be like this. You halfway in and halfway out. You don't even realize you see half the picture. There's a whole story going on here. They got you worried about hospitality. They got you worried about laziness. They got you worried about loneliness. But what about God's loneliness? God's like, yo, you don't even know me. You think you know me. You over here celebrating Satan. And I try to tell you in Jeremiah, but you won't even pick it up. You over here worshiping images and animals and idols. And you don't even think you are. Every single Sunday, you ready to put on their jerseys. And then you root for them nonstop when you should be talking to me. You don't. You want to know what LeBron James is doing. You want to know what the news and what they doing in the news. You want to know what the new next movie is going out and talk about movies and all that type of stuff in an hour. But you don't even give me 5 minutes is what he's saying. He's long suffering. And all y'all doing is giving everything to everything else but him. And you want to say you know him? You don't know God. And I'm going to say that with the confidence. You don't know him. And the reason why I can say that, because I didn't know him. This is why I'm so passionate about this, because I figured out that I was letting him down. Because I'm halfway in and halfway out. Then it clicked. Wait a minute, God. You keep mentioning your heart. God, are you want a heart? You want a heart? Oh, snap. Wait a minute. My prayers are in vain. The way I come to you is in vain. The way I see you is in vain. It's all about me. I never picked that up. Not only am I dropping the ball, the places I'm going, the church I'm going to, the people I'm believing in. And I love my Stephen Burdick. He teaching me how to be selfish. He teaching me how to come to you with challenges. Didn't realize they stole your identity. Didn't realize they were killing your people and burning your laws on purpose. I didn't even know that at all. Come on, people, wake up. Wake up. There's a big picture going on here. And if y'all keep bouncing around the Bible with these passages that really playing you like boo-boo the fool, when the books of the firmament open up, you're going to be shocked what he's going to tell you. You're going to do just like it said in the word. I told people about you. You told people about me. Yeah, I told people about you, God. Who did you tell? I told such and such, such and such, such and such. Well, what did you say to them? I told them that they needed Jesus Christ. You did? You told them that? I did, God. I promise I did. You told them Jesus Christ, right? That's what you're saying, right? Yeah, God, I say Jesus Christ. But wait a minute. Caesar Borgia, Jesus Christ. You didn't tell them about me. You told them about this guy. You told them about him.
We're in Judges 2, verse 10. One of the saddest verses, I think, in the Bible says that after that generation died, another generation grew up who did not acknowledge the Lord or remember the mighty things he had done for Israel. I didn't want to close the sermon with that last week because I didn't think it would bring you holiday joy.
You never took the time to read that verse where it says that skin of bronze and hair like wool. Oh, wait a minute. You didn't realize that they took Yeshua, converted it to Greek, and then converted to Isus, and then converted it to Jesus Christ? Wait a minute. So you called me Jesus Christ when my name is Yeshua? And you told people about me? Yeah, that was okay, right? You never thought to ask yourself, wait, the Bible also talks about Nimrod, right? Wait, isn't Nimrod a bad guy in the Bible? The Bible talks about Nebuchadnezzar, right? Yeah, God. Well, where's the translation for them? Have you not figured out that they translated all the good guys and not the bad guys? Didn't add up to you? You didn't think to ask that question? You didn't think I would have a problem with that? You didn't think that I would consider that being a false God?
But I thought we should pick up where we left off. There's more to the story.
Oh, the story was right. I love your heart. Your heart was in the right place. Yes, I did die for you, is what he's going to tell you. He's also going to say, you don't know me.
And it wasn't that the generation that lived after Joshua in the promised land didn't know the story. They just didn't own it.
You didn't know me.
Is it possible that you know the story and have not yet owned it?
You're going to have egg on your face. And you'll be like, dang, man, instead of maybe, dedicating some time to that football game, maybe I actually should have gotten the Bible. Instead of spending 3 hours watching, this movie that just came out, the new release, then maybe I should have spent some time in the Bible. Maybe I should have spent more time with you. Maybe I would have caught these things. Oh, but you didn't realize when you're in church, they kept bouncing around on you. You didn't realize that I'm over here trying to tell you that they did all these things to me. He actually tells you all about you. He tells all of us about us in the future. All throughout the Bible, he talks about how selfish we're going to be, how we're going to come to him in vain, how we're going to pray in vain, how we're literally going to do everything against him. And I'm watching it all unfold. I'm like, yo, like legit, he's calling all of us out. You try to tell somebody, they like, no.
Because I know the whole story. I always want to tell you the stories about the church. I don't want to bore you. There's so many stories I would want to tell you.
You hanging out with the Synagogue of Satan. You can stay there. Let's continue. I'm sorry, y'all. I just went on a tangent. I hope it was fun. Let's get back to Adam and Eve.